DuckTales, Season 3, Episode 12. Let's get dangerous.
Okay, so that was the penultimate fan service right there.
Penultimate?
They had everything. They had Gosselin. And they even updated Gosselin's character while keeping true to the original. They had flashback. They sent Scrooge and the triplets into the classic DuckTales. They had the main baddies. They referenced actual episodes of the show, the original show.
And
what was
God.
it? The thing stole his ice cream?
Yeah, I don't remember that episode of DuckTales, but I haven't watched the original in a while. But I meant the Darkwing Duck episodes they referenced.
Yeah.
Actual episodes, like Just Us Justice Ducks, and I forget what the other one they referenced was. But I love how they had that, and it's like, what are we gonna do? You're an actor and you're a launch pad, and they start geeking out, and it's like, oh yeah, you're nerds. We got this.
Yeah. I found it interesting that they sent all of the baddies back into the dimensions before the... Because I thought that, okay, if you're going to have a Darkwing, you're going to want those guys back. Like,
Yeah, but at the same time, they might be vying for a new team, new baddies. Like,
well, they already have a Negaduck in this universe.
They do, exactly. They do already have Negaduck. And voiced by Jim Cummings, the original Darkwing Duck, which I just am still so sweet about.
And I just love it how they're like, oh, hey, so we referenced this and this and this. Hey, why don't I throw Bonkers in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're entering the throwback Disney shared universe.
Yes, that all of the fan service. It is just such an epic episode, and I love Launchpad in this. And first of all, he jumped so brilliantly from being the ditzy sidekick to being an actual, like, deep person. Like, the way he went from being all serious with Gosselin and, explaining to her, hey, listen, Darkwing is doing his best to find your grandfather. He hasn't slept in days and all this, and trying to help her see that just because her grandfather isn't there, she does have people who care for her. And then going straight from there to, I made pancakes, get them while they're before they get cold. Which is just so Launchpad.
I'm still trying to figure out what those pancakes were covered in.
Those what? Oh, the pancakes? I think it was molasses? Maybe?
It was kind of orange.
Yeah.
Maybe an orange syrup?
That does sound good, actually.
Orange marmalade?
Perhaps.
That sounds really good. Not gonna lie.
My nephew loves orange marmalade. But yeah, maybe it was an orange colored syrup. But whatever. Also, Dewey is at it again with, let's Dewey it. What? Let's gauze for it? What are you on? You know, your name is Gosselin, so gauze for it. I'm Dewey, so let's do it.
Oh,
God,
I am just so glad that there was a Goslin because
me too.
Darkwing Duck is not Darkwing Duck without Goslin.
I know. Oh my gosh, they used the song from the first episode of Darkwing Duck when she was tucking in Darkwing. The the tune that her grandfather had sung to her in the original that secretly had the code to the ramrod. That was the code. And I was just like, so much fan service.
And sorry, I not go to forget their names, but why does the
Liquidator?
yeah, why does Liquidator sound like he's trying to sell you something like a used car salesman?
Because he originally was. He originally was a used car salesman, or no, he was like a TV type, like infomercial type guy. But something happened and mutated him into liquid.
Oh, okay. Now the Liquidator makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. He was originally one of those infomercial type TV person, you know, commercial guys like the Chop, the dude from the Chop thing or that. What's his name?
ShamWow here.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, the ShamWow guy. He was like that.
Villainous here.
Was a thing. But so he has that very infomercially type personality because that's who he was.
Yeah.
Before he mutated. And I love the fact that they both simultaneously were like, well, technically Bushroot isn't his villain because he was which he wasn't originally a villain. He was a misguided nerd who tried to make himself able to process carbon dioxide and sunlight to produce food, and it turned him into a plant, and he was bullied by his coworkers at the and his boss, and so he went all psycho and kidnapped one of his coworkers that he had a crush on. Rhododendron was,
of course,
and so he wasn't, but was a bad guy. Most of his bad guyness was more, he just wanted to be happy.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be happy when you're a giant plant guy.
Yeah.
Like one episode in the original, he was trying to make himself a bride and ended up making himself a zombie potato. No, a vampire potato.
Talk about hot potato.
Yeah, apparently. Because his pet's Venus flytrap Spike or Spot accidentally dropped the posy seeds and grabbed potato seeds instead. In one of those scenes like in Young Frankenstein where it's like, I grabbed a normal brain. His name is Abe Normal.
Then you got, I think, like Cracker Jack and
Quacker Jack.
Quacker Jack. Oh yeah, of course.
It's Quacker Jack and Megavolt.
It's like he's his most dangerous toy-based villain.
The only toy-based villain. Still.
Also, I love how There's a I love Wendy, was it? I love how she's like, there's a disturbance in the toy warehouse district. We have an entire district for that.
Wasn't it
Okay.
abandoned toy?
Abandoned toy warehouse. Yeah, abandoned toy warehouse district.
I'm sorry.
Is this Angel Grove?
I'm sorry about that. The computer like just stole the whole entire show.
She did. I loved her sass. She reminds me of Arya from The Facility.
It's like, there used to be so much villainy. Like, no, there wasn't.
No, there really wasn't. Yeah, but there was. Shush.
Now, okay, so this is now I knew that bull guy was bad.
Oh yeah.
And here's how I knew the bull was bad. Nobody is that nice.
Oh, the bull? Yeah. No. You know how I knew the bull was bad? He was the first bad guy in the first Darkwing Duck episode.
Oh, wow. No.
Who in the original was voiced by Tim Curry.
No. But
doing a Russian accent.
Yeah, hear me out. The evil little pony, My Little Pony, evil. The Kelpie ponies and DuckTales act all nice, evil. Nothing is that nice.
Yeah. Except Osgood.
Yeah, but she has a rebellious side.
She has what?
Oh wait, Osgood. Sorry, I've got Goslin mixed up.
Yes, Osgood is that good.
Well, she's nice, but she's not overly nice like that.
She's good, but not nice.
Yes. I mean, opening a reality bending machine to bring stuff towards you is pretty fun.
Yeah, but the problem is you are literally breaking a hole between the dimensional barriers, which is causing an instability in both dimensions and could cause the two dimensions to implode upon each other.
Oh,
and then you're in a bunch of different dimensions. You're like stabbing a bunch of water balloons.
Or no, can you imagine something like this? Like some kid loses like their grandma or something. It's like, my grandma. It's like, don't worry, here's the new grandma. The kid from another dimension, like, Grandma, where did you go? And of course, Scrooge would ask for haggis.
Yes. It tastes like feet. That's how you know it's good haggis. It's like this sausage. Oh no, it's not sausage, it's sheep's bladder.
Which, I mean, technically a long time ago, they did used to use the intestines to shove the meat back in for real sausage.
Yeah.
Damn. So hopefully, this was like a segue to something like, oh, hey, guess what we're gonna do? There's gonna be a new Darkwing Duck show.
I hope so.
Come on.
They have been building this up so much already. Like between the what was it? The Duck Knight Returns or whatever that episode was.
Yeah.
And then this one and having Darkwing help save the world from the Moonlanders. And I love that. It's like, oh, I can vouch for these two. I have no idea who he is. Really? I acted for you. You dressed up as me. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't, I was like, dude, what were you thinking? Come on, do it now.
And they have. I love how Gosalyn's like. Does literally everything have your face on it? And they even brought in the quivering crack. Gosalyn's superhero persona was the quivering quack.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
She was an archer.
She's pretty good at it too.
Yeah, in the original, she was her superhero persona was the quivering quack. She was an archer, kind of a, Green Arrow type thing. And so I love that they built that into her backstory just enough, like the throwback where she was building her first her first crossbow, and then her using the Darkwing darts and all, and it's just like nice build up. So if they don't do something with that, I would be really disappointed.
So speaking of Darkwing Duck episodes, it has been like so many years since I've seen it, so it's kind of like,
seriously?
Oh yeah. So, but the one episode I remember, and this might not have been a real episode, but I think Darkwing got kind of like power hungry and like attacked one guy from like eating like a cheeseburger or something. He says, "You'll die of a heart attack."
I do not remember that, and I have seen it more recently than you. I mean, I don't remember that particularly.
Like I don't think I was like a cheeseburger, but he got kind of like really protective. It's like, I must protect everybody, and he like got on like anything that like was like he thought was the tiniest of danger.
He did have, there was an episode where he was getting super into safety and stuff, and
yeah,
there was an episode like that. Yeah,
it's the only one I can remember. Like, in fact, I completely forgot that he actually had like real super villains. I thought it was just like a bunch of guys dressed up. It's like, oh hey. So, okay, since this was a special, does that mean there's gonna be another hiatus?
No, the next one is next. There is going to be more.
Okay.
Like, hold on. Give me one sec, because I am on the IMDb page already, looking up something else. The next episode was yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I mean, not yesterday, Monday, the 26th. Escape from the Apocybin. And then November 2nd, November 9th, November 16th, November 23rd, November 30th. And that's the entire season.
Okay. And so I like to correct something on this, and it's something that's like sort of like a pet peeve. It's like, and I get this one, it's like bringing separate dimensions. That's not my problem. It's like when he said you can't create something from nothing. Yes, that's true, you can't. But air isn't nothing.
Yes, but air does not have the proper molecular makeup to create things.
Air, for the purposes of mass, is essentially nothing.
Exactly.
Now, does it have mass? Absolutely. but for the sake of if you were trying to convert like mass to energy back to mass, there wouldn't be much of anything there.
I mean, rearrange a few atoms and stuff, and it's like, here, I made a miniature sun. Damn, that power bill. Oh, so other interesting thing. Scrooge now knows about Fowl because what? Do you want us to not use a helicopter?
Scrooge knew about Fowl. He now knows about his buzzard buddy.
His
being
accountant or whatever he
Oh
was.
yeah.
Yeah, his accountant or whatever. Yeah.
Did you want me to not use a marked helicopter? Yes.
Yes. Are you kidding me? Yes.
You
I
could have used
know,
a Scrooge McDuck Industries one. It would be fine because this is Scrooge McDuck Industries. I work for them, and I could pawn it off as I'm also getting it so we can get you out of here, Scrooge.
Yeah.
Exactly. Blah.
And I do like that the whole point of Fowl, at least his stated objective, was to lower chaos.
So, as far as the Liquidator, the episode was Dry Hard. St. Bernard is roasting in summer heat wave, and so is Drake's lawn. As much as he wants to get his sprinkler system working, though, a rash of bad bottled water sets the hero on a trail of a crooked water salesman, Bud Flood, who, after an accident in a vat of spoiled water, becomes the Liquidator. But how can Darkwing stop a villain made of water when he can't even fix a leak on his sprinkler system?
Okay, I think I was like kind of tired and I didn't notice, but did the villains get sent back to their world?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
They did.
okay.
They got ramrodded in and ramrodded out.
I don't know why, but Ramrod just it sounds wrong.
It does, but that was the name in the original as well.
Does it ever explain what happened to like Gosalyn's parents or other family?
No, it never did in either of them.
Ah,
She was an orphan who was raised by her grandfather, but when her grandfather died, she was sent to an orphanage.
ah.
Okay, so I think I found the episode you're talking about. That you were talking about. Let's get respectable. When a news report shows the bad public opinion of Darkwing Duck, he decides to do an image makeover. With the help of Gosalyn and Honker, he transforms his mysterious terror that flaps in the night image into a helpful, trustworthy, non-violent hero. At first, everything goes well. Darkwing is loved by everyone and is even given the key to the city. Then Negaduck gets involved. Disgusted by his double, he begins to sabotage him, while at the same time using the city's low-life thugs to rob the city blind. Before long, the people of St. Bernard are ready to mob Darkwing. Can he pull his act together and save the city's treasure from Negaduck, despite being hated by its populace?
That sounds about right. Let's see, what else?
I'm not a
from
hero.
this
I'm a duck knight. A silent protector. It was a silent protector. A duck knight.
Let's see, what else from this episode? Haggis. Orange slices are important.
Yep.
Trying to think. Any other references we didn't mention?
Well, they didn't have Webby, but Dewey did reference Webby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Let me be your Webby." What?
Oh yeah, I just now realized that. Where was Webby in all this?
She didn't get to come along.
Huh.
Don't forget, they went to St. Bernard.
Oh yeah.
Another one. Dewey and Launchpad are terrible at keeping secrets.
But it's like good secret. Okay. He's Darkwing Duck, isn't he? Like no.
He's literally live streaming right now. Wasn't that hard?
and how Fenton is really good at keeping a secret, apparently. Because Darkwing is like, hey, your buddy Fenton, he hates Gizmo Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we won't tell him. And I love how Gizmo Duck technically existed in the TV show because they did reference Just Us Justice Ducks, which had a Gizmo Duck crossover.
Oh yeah.
And therefore, he hates Gizmo Duck because Darkwing hates Gizmo Duck, technically. He also is very good. He also has, like, I understand he modeled himself after Darkwing, and I understand that because I kind of did the same when I was a kid with Q. But at the same time, he really has the Darkwing characteristics down to a T. Like, he has that almost narcissistic personality where he's like, hey, notice me. Look, I'm cool. I'm awesome. Why don't you like me? And they're doing a really good job of bordering it between the fact that Darkwing Duck used to be a TV show, but still drawing it into like a reboot of Darkwing Duck. Because it's really hard to say, oh yeah, Darkwing Duck was a TV show and referencing all the Darkwing Duck stuff that happened in the original series, yet still rebooting it into what it was. Because, like, you have Goslin and Launchpad in there, though they aren't referenced within the TV show, like in the DuckTales.
Yeah.
But still, you have to assume they're in there because all of the stuff that happened are being referenced as fan service in this episode. Like, what's his name? The dude in his gator from Can't Buy You Love.
Forget.
Can't Buy You Love. It's funny that I remember the name. Oh, here we go. It's funny that I remember the name of the episode. Jambalaya Jake.
Oh yeah.
Which is also interesting. Like, if there's an alternate dimension where all these characters are real, okay, then therefore there should be an alternate dimension where Darkwing is real, and therefore crossover with Darkwing crossing over with Darkwing is possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm all out of stuff to say about it.
I am trying to. I know. I remember the Bug Queen one. I just can't remember what episode it was from. Yes, Kitty.
No. Love me, mother.
Anyway, if
I can't wait until they bring in Ammonia Pine and Steelbeak, because they did have them in the they did have them in the spy episode.
Yeah, where we got the rescue rangers tied into this whole mess.
So they do have. I think I also saw the walrus. What was whatever his name was? I forget what it was now. I hate those guys.
Okay.
No, the band that does cuckoo, that does I Am the Walrus. The Beatles. Yeah, I hate the
Yeah,
Beatles.
what did they do to you?
Tuscanini, that's the name of the walrus. I'm pretty sure I saw Tuscanini, and I know I saw Ammonia Pine and Steelbeak. So I can't wait for them to bring those guys in.
So, yeah, I got nothing more. So, join us next week. But remember to subscribe because subscribing is important.
All right.
Yes.